Hello everyone, and welcome to part 2 of my Pokemon Let's Play Kaizo Blue. At the end of the last episode, I was getting ready to face Brock. However, I needed to train up my Pokemon a little, so I got my team to mostly level 9, with one level 10. The one level 10 is Butterfree. The reason I got this one to level 10 is because Caterpie evolves into Metapod at level 7, and then into Butterfree at level 10. That cave that you see right below me is Brock's gym. However, right now I can't seem to find a way to get there. However, I figure out in just a minute. I tried talking to this guy, because I know in the original games, when you talk to him, he'll actually show you where Brock's gym is. It does the same thing in this game, only now, that's literally the only way to get into Brock's gym. If you're wondering why I can't just walk through that thing like he did, it's because ledges work one way for you, but the AI I guess can just walk through them whenever. So I can go back over these ledges, but to go that way over those ledges is physically impossible for me. I'm starting to realize something in these games. It seems like every trainer that would normally be optional in the original games is now forcing you to actually come in contact with. I feel like this is gonna happen the entire game. I don't think there's a single optional trainer throughout the entire run. I decide to start off this battle with Agate. However, Agate is going to be fairly useless in this battle, as we get sand attacked right off the bat, which is going to make hitting our wraps even harder. Also, most of their Pokemon are going to be immune to paralysis, so that's not an option here. However, you can see how broken Wrap really is, as even a Pokemon that should be useless in a fight can still win with a little bit of luck. My Agate goes down, and I decide to send my Bulbasaur out next. This is because Bulbasaur should be super effective against the Sandshrew, and it is, and I take it down in only a few turns, growing my Bulbasaur to level 10. At level 10, Bulbasaur wants to learn Headbutt, so I replace Tackle with it. After the battle, I go back to the Pokemon Center to heal my Pokemon before trying to take on Brock. The first Pokemon Brock uses is a Golem, at level 15. Golem is the final form evolution of Geodude, which makes him more threatening, because final form evolution Pokemon have far higher stats than first form Pokemon, which is mostly what I have right now. While I do have a Butterfree, which is also a final form evolution, Butterfree's stats are not going to compare to Golem's, because Golem is supposed to evolve at much higher level. I don't even think you can get Geodude to evolve at level 15. Because of my Pokemon's low levels, and the AI's high level Pokemon all being at level 15, while my highest is at 10, there's nothing I can do, and I have no choice but to lose this battle. At this point, the only way I'm going to be able to progress forward is if I level up my Pokemon. So I do an edit here to the next time I battle, so that way you don't have to see me losing, as the next Pokemon Kabuto here wipes my entire team with Blizzard. What you're seeing now is when I finally beat Brock. I did fail to beat him more than 20 times, I would say, before this footage. However, because all of it was done in fast forward mode, and when watching back, the noise was giving me a headache, I didn't want to put it all in my video. So I decided to just show this battle really quick and simply. This is the one where I win. I will show my team at the end of the battle. Because the noise is so irritating, I'm going to try not to do any more battles with the fast forward button. And I'll try not to use the fast forward button much anymore, because that noise is really getting on my nerves, and I don't want it to be in my videos. The footage is also going by way too fast for me to try to commentate on what's happening, so it would be best if I just tried to slow the game down in the future. That way I won't breeze through all the battles, unable to explain what's going on. Now it's time to progress on through the game. Down that route that the kid who took us to Brock's gym was before, we found a bunch more trainers to take on, so we gotta start going through them. Because the next trainer is a bug type trainer, all we gotta do is get our Charmander out to easily burn him down. We're able to take the Venonat, which is 2 levels higher than us, out in only 2 turns. Luckily for us, Venonat missed its Toxic on the first turn, and we got a critical hit the second turn, taking it out. Charmander grew to level 13, and the next Pokemon out is Paris. Again, Paris is a very weak Pokemon, as we've seen before. Paris typing is Bug and Grass, both of which are weak to Fire. This means it has a 4 times weakness to Fire, so any damage incoming should do 4 times the amount of damage. We get a Lucky Burn, which takes out the Paris. However, Paris is able to paralyze us before. The final Pokemon is Beedrill. The Beedrill is faster than us, so it attacks first with Twin Needle. Beedrill's Twin Needle does pretty good damage to us, and attacks us more than 1 time. We use Ember, which does pretty good damage. However, the Beedrill does almost as much damage as we do with its Twin Needle. And then it gets this lucky critical hit on the second turn, taking us down to red health. We ended up getting a critical hit on the Beedrill too, which ended up taking it out on the second turn. And Charmander was able to completely take out on another bug type trainer. After the battle, we head back to the Pokemon Center to heal my Pokemon, and then we head on to battle the next trainer. The next trainer's first Pokemon is a Rattata at level 14, who knows Hyper Fang, which is able to take our Aikens out in a single hit. I decide to send my Mankey out. Even though it's only level 13, the Rattata's higher level. Fighting is super effective against normal type, so I should be able to take the Rattata down very easily. The next Pokemon this trainer has is an Aikens. We know how scary Aikens can be, so I spend a lot of time trying to figure out what I'm gonna do. I decide to use my Psyduck because it knows Confusion, and Psychic type is super effective on Poison type Pokemon. Luckily for us, Aikens decided to use Glare on his second turn, so it wouldn't lock us in another wrap, and then it also missed its second wrap, so we were able to take it out on the third turn. It didn't take nearly as long as it could have taken to beat this Aikens. In between this battle and the next battle, I'll train my Aikens up on some wild Pokemon for a while, so that way it won't go down in one hit again. This trainer's first Pokemon is level 14 Pidgey, whereas my Aikens is level 14 as well. I go to paralyze it right away, and she switches to her other Pokemon, so I'm able to paralyze both of her Pokemon in the first 2 turns. It tries to Toxic me, but you can't toxic a poison type Pokemon as I've stated before. We are then able to use Wrap to completely take out this Pokemon. At level 15, Akinsler's Earthquake. I'm pretty shocked by this because Earthquake is one of the strongest ground type moves in this game. If it wasn't for the fact that Flying type are immune to ground type moves, then it would be so much faster to use Earthquake, as I wouldn't be surprised if it's able to one-shot most Pokemon in this stage in the game. In case you're wondering how I got so many potions, it's because I leveled up Meowth to get Payday, and then I spammed Payday on wild Pokemon until I can buy a bunch of potions. I decided not to bring Meowth with me on the journey, as I leveled him all the way up to 25 already, and I didn't want to use a Pokemon that high level already. While the Pidgey manages to take our Akins out, we send out our Mankey, which is able to finish it off. Right now, we have the luxury of heading back to the Pokemon Center in between every battle, but later in the game this is no longer going to be the case, as there's going to be cut-off ways making so that you can't head back, and the only way to continue on is to either progress through until you make it to the next Pokemon Center, or all your Pokemon faint and you return back to the previous one you were at. I was thinking about the fact that a level 14 Pidgey took out my Akins at the same level, and this is a Pidgeotto, which is the evolution of it, also one level higher. Because of this, I decided it may be best to switch to different Pokemon. However, this trainer only has the one Pokemon, whereas I have the 6 Pokemon. I should be able to beat this trainer no matter what. The first wing attack Pidgeotto got on my Psyduck was a critical hit, and the second one has taken me down to only 10 health, whereas I try using Confusion, which does almost nothing. Pidgeotto then uses Sand Attack, which lowers my accuracy, but I'm still able to use Hypnosis, which will put Pidgeotto to sleep. It's not a lot of help, though, because Pidgeotto wakes up on the very next turn. I use Waterfall, which does better damage, but Pidgeotto continues to use Sand Attack, and this time I miss my Waterfall. Pidgeotto then takes out my Psyduck with a quick attack. I then decide to use Charmander next, because at level 16, Charmander should evolve into Charmeleon, and I'm hoping that if he defeats this Pidgeotto, he'll get enough experience to evolve. After a couple turns, I decide to use a potion on my Charmander to make sure he'll win the battle. We're then able to take out the Pidgeotto with our Charmander thanks to those potions. However, our Charmander doesn't grow to level 16, so we'll have to wait on that Charmeleon. This trainer is another Bug-type trainer, which has 4 Pokemon. However, our Charmander should be able to take out every single one of these Pokemons with its Ember, and all the potions that we have. Because nothing of interest really happens during this fight, I decide to cut out here and show you when I grow to level 16, where my Charmander will then learn Fire Punch. I then edited out the rest of this battle because all that happens is I use the fire type moves to burn down the competition. You've seen this battle before. What I mean by that is this trainer has no new Pokemon which you haven't seen my Charmander defeat in the past, and because my Charmander is a higher level than when he defeated him the first time, there's no reason it can't beat him this time. After the battle, my Charmander evolves into Charmeleon. It also knows Fire Punch now, which is a much stronger fire type move, so my Charmeleon is far more powerful than he was just a minute ago. Next up, we have another bug type trainer to face. I find it kind of ironic how we chose Bulbasaur as our starter Pokemon. However, the game let us capture all 3 starter Pokemon early in the game, and we've gotten far more use out of Charmander and Charmeleon than any other of the 3 starter Pokemon. This is because we leveled up Psyduck, which is a good replacement for Squirtle because of its psychic typing. It also learned Waterfall, which is a really strong move early on in the game. As for our grass type Pokemon, we got Gloom, which as soon as we find a Leaf Storm, we'll be able to get to our final evolution. Gloom also knew Razor Leaf right off the bat, and Mega Drain, which are both far stronger than Vine Whip. Gloom has also learned Petal Dance since then, which is just as strong as Razor Leaf. However, this game changed it a little bit, because Petal Dance is a unique attack to only Gloom. They made it to where Petal Dance is as strong as Razor Leaf, and will heal your Pokemon like Mega Drain. Because I didn't need a fire type Pokemon for the gym, however a grass and water type Pokemon helped. I used the strongest types for grass and water that I can get. However, I just went with the basic fire type Pokemon to help me progress through the game. This way, I didn't have to spend more time than necessary grinding up levels in the wild. This trainer has a level 16 Nidoran male. Nidoran male should have been able to evolve into Nidorino at level 16, because that's the level that mine evolved. One thing I guess I didn't really mention when Akins learned Earthquake, and why I was so shocked in it, is because Akins is a poison type, and ground type moves, which is what Earthquake is super effective against poison typing. This is why my Earthquake does so much damage against the Nidorano male. However, they keep using super potions on it to heal it all the way back to full health. So I keep bringing it one hit away from death, and then they heal it all the way back up. Wanting this to be over already, I use the speed up button for just a second. They decide not to use a super potion this time, and we finally take out the Nidorano male. Next Pokemon that they have is a Sparrow. We also grew to level 16 at this point in time. At level 16 we learned Rock Slide, and we're also going to evolve now after the battle. I decide to use a potion on my Akins because now that he knows Rock Slide, we have a super effective move against the flying type Pokemon Sparrow. We're able to take it out with 2 hits. Now that the battle's over, our Akins can evolve into Arbok. I'm not really sure if Akins is supposed to evolve into Arbok at this level in the original games. However, in this game they do, because Akins can be a very strong Pokemon early game because of this evolution. And I think the game developer knew that a lot of people would be trying to use Eggins because of its rapid glare combination. We're finally coming up on the last trainer on this route. After this route, we're going to be able to get to a Pokemon Center, and then we have a cave we'll need to go through before we can get to the next city. This trainer's only Pokemon is a level 17 Jigglypuff, so we just use Earthquake on it, and because Jigglypuff knows Double Edge and uses that twice, it ends up taking itself out with the recoil damage on the second turn. We're coming up on the end of this episode now. I apologize again for the fight against Brock being fast forwarded through the way it was. We'll have 7 more gyms to go through that will be even harder though, so don't get too disappointed about it. The last bit of this video is just me checking out the Pokemon I've caught so far, as well as purchasing a magic cart from this person in the Pokemon Center for only $500. I do a little bit of grinding of some Pokemon before I go through the cave and change up my team. In the next episode, you'll see the team I used to go through the cave with. I don't really have much left to say for this video, so I hope you enjoyed. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for watching.